Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So we right back with another prediction video for Week 11. Last week I didn't drop a prediction video strictly because I recorded the video and I kind of did last minute. I did it on Thursday, like Thursday evening before the game, and it was gonna take about 2 to 3 hours to upload. I was kind of having some technical difficulties, and I wasn't gonna get the video out before Thursday. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just chalk it up, and I'm just going ahead and just do it next week. So today is Tuesday, the start of the new week, and I'm making sure this video gets out on time. You feel me? But the goal is the same as it is every single week, which is to get every single pick right. And so far, we 0 for 10. You know, last week, even though I didn't post a video, I had some picks wrong, so we 0 for 10. So we gonna try to finally get on this week in Week 11, and we hopping straight into it. So, we starting off Thursday night. We got the Patriots versus Atlanta. So I'm going to just tell y'all straight up, the Falcons, they went out there last week, called the Beats. I'm talking about the Beats. Against Dallas, it was 3-43. You know, all three corners over there had picks. Like, why ain't nobody talking about Matt Ryan being trash? Like, everybody talk about the Falcons and the defense. What about Matt Ryan? You feel me? Matt Ryan got to be trash because ain't no way Matt Ryan supposed to be, a borderline elite quarterback or respectable quarterback and ain't getting no slander in the media, man. Like, what's really going on? I need him to be slandered, But as far as New England, they just came off an upset against my Browns. My Browns caught the Beast too. It was 7-45 against the Patriots. Mac Jones looked flawless. And Atlanta's defense is probably worse than my Browns defense. And they offense definitely ain't really him for nothing. They don't even got no receivers. Calvin really, he out for personal reasons. He probably just tired of losing. Who knows, But with that being said, since I seen the way New England took advantage of a poor defense like my Browns, and since I know Atlanta has no offense to really to pretty much help them out, I'm picking New England any day of the week to win on Thursday night. Next, we got the Colts versus Buffalo. The Bills, they had a sweet matchup last week. They blew out the Jets. But the Colts, they had a sweet matchup too. But it was too close of a game. They almost lost to the Jaguars low key. At least that's what the scoreboard said, The Jaguars, they are not good. They have 2 wins, but the Jaguars ain't really about none, But I guess since they beat the Bills last week, I guess they feel like they want to compete now. But I don't see the Colts coming out and beating the Bills. I think the Bills the better team. They got the better quarterback. They got the better offensive scheme. They got the better, they got players on D. They got the better receiving corps. I just think Buffalo is overall the better team, and I think Buffalo is going to show that they're the better team because the better team doesn't always win. We know this already. But next, we got Baltimore versus Chicago. Chicago, they're coming off a bye week, and if I'm not mistaken, they lost to the Steelers. Did they lose? Yeah, they lost to the Steelers before they went on their bye week. Chicago, they just trying to find their way. They just trying to find their way. They trying to get Justin Fields on. He's been better every single week, but they have other issues. They have other real issues outside of Justin Fields. Justin Fields, he just going out there competing every week. Baltimore, they got one of the MVP candidates, Lamar Jackson over there. Even though he just went out there and stunk it up against Miami on Thursday night last week, that's not real. That's fraud. Baltimore, they gonna come back better than ever. They got the receiving corp over there. Baltimore, they're one of the top teams in the AFC. So I'm gonna just give Baltimore the benefit of the doubt against Chicago to just basically go out there and win the game. Next, we got Detroit versus my Browns. Detroit is not the team to sleep on, even though they have nothing to show for it. They 0 for 0 for 10, 0 for they 0 for 10 or 0 for 9, one of them, Probably 0 for 9 because I think they did have a bye week, but you get what I'm saying. They have no wins, bruh. But they've been trying hard. Like, they've had games they could have won. They just didn't win the games. It kind of reminds me of my Browns a few years back, They just cannot come out on top for some reason. And you've seen last week. So they're not 0-10. They got a tie. You feel me? They got a tie with the Steelers from last week. You get what I'm saying, though? They came in there. Mason Rudolph was a sweet lick. and he helped them have a chance to win the game. They just couldn't win, you know. If you let Detroit compete with you, they'll come in and win. So I keep saying the same shit, but my Browns, you know, we definitely a better team, and I think we should beat Detroit. And I'm picking us to beat Detroit, but don't be surprised if it's a closer game than people expect. Next, we got Tennessee versus Houston. So Houston is not really that good, you know. Houston, they went out there last week. What did they do last week? I'm looking for them right here. What did they do? Or were they on a bye week? I think they was on a bye week. Yeah, I think they was on a bye week. But Houston is not good. You know, Tennessee, they've shown that they can go out there and compete without Derrick Henry. They didn't have Derrick Henry last week and they won. They didn't have Derrick Henry the week before and they won. You get what I'm saying? So, Houston, since Houston ain't really about shit, why not pick Tennessee to beat up on Houston? Next, we got Green Bay versus Minnesota, division rivalry game. Minnesota, they kind of sleepers, you know. They've shown that they can compete with some of the best teams. It's just sometimes they don't come out on top, but sometimes they do come out on top. The offense is unquestionable. You feel me? They got one of the best running backs in the league. They got Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen in the passing game. Kirk Cousins, he's serviceable. You feel me? In the defense, they streaky. You know, they have their moments when they play pretty good. You know, Green Bay, they're inconsistent sometimes. You know, last week they went up against Russell Wilson in a horrible defense. You feel me? And they struggled to win that game. At halftime, it was like 0-3. They just happened to come out on top and win the game. If they do that against Minnesota, Minnesota's going to win the game. Green Bay is the better team. Green Bay should win this game. But I'm going to go with the upset for Minnesota to come out on top. Next, we got Miami versus the Jets. The battle of shit. You feel me? Miami, they got to win, though, last week against Baltimore. You know, they got to win last week. You know, Baltimore, Miami, they got to win last week. The Jets, man, they got that win with Mike White. You ain't heard shit about Mike White since. You feel me? I don't even know if he's still on the field for real. You feel me? The Jets is garbage, though. They just flat out trash. Miami, they trash, but the Jets are a different level of trash. You feel me? So, since Miami went out there and proved that they could win, I think they won another game, too, that I didn't get to really recap on. But I'm going to pick Miami to win this game. And if they don't win this game, man, I'm not fucking with them no more, bro. Next, we got the Saints versus Philly. I'm not going to lie. I like the way Philly been playing recently, even though I don't really rock with Philly. I like the way they've been playing recently, you know. What's his name? Devontae Smith, he went out there and had 2 touchdowns on his birthday. He went out there and went crazy. He ended up basically mossing Patrick Surtain, and they end up winning 30-13 against the Broncos, you know. New Orleans, though. New Orleans, they beat Tampa not too long ago. New Orleans, they just very inconsistent. They have nobody to really rely on at quarterback consistently, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I think Philly will go up in New Orleans and come out on top. Next, we got Washington versus Carolina. I loved the way Washington went out there and got their get back against the Bucs. They went out there and got their revenge, bro. The Bucs is the team that put them out in the wild card, and it wasn't even a bad game. They just couldn't win the game. They didn't have enough. But to see them go out there the way they play, man, I was proud of them, you know. Carolina, they did just get a blowout win against the Cardinals. You know, that was definitely good to see. But the Cardinals, they didn't have DeAndre Hopkins or Kyler Murray. Not the Cardinals, but the Cardinals. I'm getting Carolina and the Cardinals mixed up. So that can be a reason why the game didn't go the way people probably expected. But even though Cam Newton started this week for Carolina, probably an upgrade from Sam Darnold, I'm still rocking with the football team to pull it out. Next, we got San Francisco versus Jacksonville. We ain't gonna waste no time, man. San Francisco clearly showed yesterday that they definitely go out there and get dubs. In Jacksonville, they have improved. They can really win games for real, even though they only got 2 wins. Next, we got Cincinnati versus Las Vegas. So the Bengals, They were on a bye week this week after getting blown up by my Browns. The Raiders just got blown out by the Chiefs, a team that has been struggling over the past few weeks. You feel me? But with that being said, both of these teams are pretty good. You know, they definitely are in contention for the playoffs. Cincinnati, for real, I think Cincinnati is the better team as of recent, though. You know, as of recent. Vegas, you know, it's a tough decision. It's a toss-up. I'm going to rock out with the Bengals. You feel me? I really don't have a real reason, but I'm rocking out with them. And then next, we got Dallas versus Kansas City. Dallas is one of the hottest teams in the NFC. You feel me? The Chiefs are trying to snap back. They think they got their swag back, all the other good shit. You feel me? Dallas been hot all year, though. You know, Kansas City, they just figuring things out. So with that being said, it's definitely a toss-up. Will Kansas City come in and prove that they still that team to beat? Or will Dallas fall victim? Or will Dallas come out on top and show teams that we ain't worried about nobody? You feel me? It's just, I could have said something better than that. But you get what I'm saying, though. It's a toss-up for sure. It's about how much you believe in the Chiefs. And I don't really believe in them all like that yet. So I'm going with Dallas. Because Dallas, they hot. They got the offense. They got some complimentary defense here and there. They got it, bro. Next, we got Arizona versus Seattle. Seattle's defense is garbage as shit. You feel me? They couldn't even put up no points last week on offense. Seattle is not it this year. Seattle, they should be scouting for whoever they go pick in the draft. It's just that simple. Arizona, they on a different type of time. And I think Kyler Murray might be back. And if he's not back, oh well. They still go win. Next, we got Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I need to charge this. Versus the Chargers, you feel me? The Chargers, they kind of falling off. You know, they've been losing as of recent. And that's definitely not good to see. I think they did. Did they win last week? The Chargers. Yeah, they lost to the Vikings, you know? Yeah, so they've been losing as of recently. But I don't care if they've been losing as of recently. I don't see them losing to Mason Rudolph. A Mason Rudolph-led Pittsburgh Steelers, you know? So I'm rocking out with them. And then last but not least, we got Tampa Bay versus the Giants. And we are not wasting any time. So, those are my picks right there. As you can see, I'm going to lock them in. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the picks. Anything you disagree with. Let me know everything. Like, comment, subscribe. And I got some more content coming soon.